every time you talk about things that go on in Nordistan, they start saying they're marginalized, which is a lie. It's enough. That is a lame excuse. When I was exposing Mandera a couple of years ago, I was being attacked because apparently I don't live in Mandera. I'm being paid to expose the county. We have enough mosques.
Yeah.
You know, our religion does not teach us to build madrasas and mosques at the expense of people's lives. You're not drilling boreholes for people who are starving, but you're fundraising millions to build a madrasa. How can we be dying from hunger each and every year?
Yeah.
How can we be claiming we are marginalized each and every year? Drought is a recurring reality. How can you not have figured out?
Rare cancer, rare damer, rare whatever, bullshit. We have endorsed so and so. 2 years before. There's someone already in leadership.
In Nordistan, especially the few that I know, are not doing anything, let alone doing enough. They are absolutely doing zero work.
They are not passing bills, they are not impeaching governors, they are not doing the oversight, their role, the presentation. Actually, nowadays you don't even know the MCS. You can casually meet them and you don't even know if it's an MCA because you can never see them talk or advocate for good leadership.
When you try to highlight something, they would go for your family. They tell me to be humble, don't act in a certain manner. You know, women should not be talking about politics. They have AI photos, you know, degrading photos of me. Governor Sakaja, I asked him if we are the children of a lesser God. So just have money and you're good to go. You know, you can be from Kayole in Nairobi and you're elected a governor in Isiolo. Anyone that defends whatever it is that is going on there or doesn't want to highlight it is directly benefiting from it.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Mahdi Show. Today we are honored to host a courageous young lady whose voice has echoed across the country in fight for good governance, accountability, and justice. Through her activism, she has challenged systems, questioned leadership, and demanded transparency. Her journey has not been easy. She has faced resistance, backlash, and direct confrontation with leaders, especially from the northern part of Kenya. Yet she remained unwavering in her belief that leadership is for serving people. She represents young Kenyan generation who refused to inherit silence and instead chose to shape a better future through courage and integrity. And that lady is none other than Hanifa Adan, a lady who I really admire her courage and I've been following her for her work for a very long time, but I got the chance to interview her today. Hanifa, welcome to Mahdi Show. I'm not a journalist.
Thank you.
So we'll do.
No, thank you for the great welcome and introduction.
Yes.
It feels good to be here finally.
Yes. This was supposed to happen a long time ago, but
yes.
But finally it's happening.
Finally.
And actually it's timely because of what's happening around the country in terms of accountability, the drought, because all of this is a result of poor leadership. So I'll go to my first question, like maybe in brief. Hanifa, who is she?
My name is Hanifa Adan. I'm a journalist by profession and a human rights defender. I was brought up in a place where fighting for injustice and inequality was routinely. We grew up facing such injustices and inequalities. That is how I am who I am today. Yeah. And that is what makes me who I am.
Okay.
Yes, I grew up in a place called Korokocho slums.
Okay.
Yes, I think it shaped me into who I am today and how I see things, how I want things to be done.
Okay.
It gave me my voice.
Okay. The word activism, I think it is something that we are not used to, especially from where we come from, the northern part of Kenya. In the other world, activism is a career, and it helps in terms of reforms, good governance, accountability, So activism, I think, is a new word for us, especially coming from the northern part of Kenya. Activism has not been something very common. And as a region, I think we have been not talking about what's affecting us through activism or through another way.
Yes.
Because the few who decided to talk about it end up becoming victimized by the society, by the community. So maybe in a minute, what is activism to you?
I would
Activism
give it a more befitting term, active citizen, active citizenship, you know.
That's a good one.
It's a civic duty.
Yeah.
It's something that is required of all of us, especially people who come from marginalized communities, from the northeastern, the arid and semi-arid lands, regions. Activism is courage, it is bravery, it is how you show care to yourself and to the people around you. It is what is required of from all of us. It's a must, you know. Mine started because I was angry. I was angry at what was going on around me, around everyone I care about, around my community. So it should anger us. Injustices should anger us. And that is how we become such active citizens. You have to care, you have to be intentional about it. So activism is not just a word, casual word people throw around. I would like it to be young people and everyone in general caring about what is happening around them and around their community. How can you change this? It's a voice within you, amplifying the voice of the voiceless. It's something that all of us should be doing. Active citizens. Yes.
There are different things people advocate for. Personally, I advocate for quality education. So I go to schools, I see learners under maybe a tree, maybe in a crowded classroom, lack of furniture, lack of maybe desk. I normally talk about those things, and I've been.
Yeah, I've seen you do great work.
And I've been victimized sometimes.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I was in Wajir, and I found some learners in grade 1, 2, 3 sitting on the floor in a mabati, and because of the drought, I said it's not a good time to. But obviously it will come. So personally, I think, can I say I'm an activist in terms of education? So for a term, for an activist, is that person supposed to be an active citizen and talk about all the social issues, like from leadership? I know you have been so very vocal about leadership, the governance and leadership. But some of us, they're education aligned. Maybe some will be socially aligned. Some will be water. There are people who just tweet about water.
Yes.
Other people who just maybe talk about good health, universal health care. So is it just like, am I supposed to have a niche in activism? Or is just that general? Have to be like, talk about water, talk about leadership, talk about...
Yes. First of all, everything I believe is political.
Yes.
And anyone who claims to be apolitical is enjoying a luxury provided by those who are loud and political.
Yeah.
So taking reference to my activism journey, it takes one voice, one person. You know, you're never too young, too unknown to create change from wherever you are. I started with talking about Nairobi sewer, Nairobi garbage, and that is how I started, and I'm still passionate about it. So I really took that one issue that affected my community. I didn't know where to start. It's a place I actually grew up around. It was a raw sewer that was spilling on the road. So you'd have us walking through the sewer, you know, kids playing around it. It was also outside the school and a hospital. I was frustrated. I did not know what to do. I did not know how I was going to do it. I just know I had
to do something.
Do it. You know, if you just have that spark in you, it just takes that one spark, honestly, to blow up, to create that change that you desperately want to. You ask the questions.
Yeah.
Ask why. Always ask why. Why is this like this? This
Just
is
question.
unfair. Yes, always ask why. So I took pictures of that place, and that is how my journey of leveraging on social media began. I was a nobody on Twitter.
Yeah.
I had literally like less than 1,000 followers.
When you started
So
this?
yeah, so I just took the pictures, posted it, and asked the duty bearers, in that case Governor Sakaja,
Yeah.
I asked him, if we are the children of a lesser God, why should we live like this? When you have money for this, when it is your duty
Yeah.
to fix such issues. You see, the negligence that goes around in such places is what, So we have people who are focused on education, others on healthcare, others on climate change. And they really prosper and thrive wherever they are. So you just identify something that is close to you, something that you want to see change.
Change, yeah.
I'm so passionate about children, studying under such dehumanizing, degrading situation. What can you do about it? Just one spark, one person. It is all it takes, wallahi. You are never too unknown to create
Too
change.
little, too whatever.
Yes. So I just identify an issue, something you're passionate about, you're intentional about, and target the duty bearers involved directly, and you will achieve it. Like 100%,
Yeah.
you will achieve the change that you want. I promise you. So just identify the problem and I don't know, just care, be mad, be enraged enough.
Makasiriko too
Yeah,
much. Kasirika.
Oh my God, by the way, one thing that works for me is rage.
Yes.
I get so enraged, it comes naturally. So find something, be mad about it. Nothing moves if you're not mad in this country, if you're not mad enough. You have to be mad enough for people to notice, to pay attention, and for things to change. So identify something. Are you angry about how hospitals are in Wajir, how children are studying under a tree in Mandera? Are you angry about it? Just
So activists are angry people.
yeah, just it should be. You should be angry, honestly. The kind of environment we're living in warrants that kind of rage and anger. So it gives you the results that you want.
Now, I happen to go through Northeastern a lot. Like I normally go there every 1 month or 2 months because of the nature of my work, the work I do. People are not angry of all the negligence, poor road infrastructure, poor hospitals, schools, talk about everything. Water and all the basic needs is not there. And people are not angry.
Angry enough, yes.
Why do you think we have, let's say no, because I have not seen any active citizen from northern Kenya where a lot of things is happening in terms of negligence and poor leadership.
Yes.
Why do we have very,
Well,
let's say,
so
why is that we don't have any?
Uh,
I don't think of any person who can I say like is an active citizen from northern Kenya, especially the youth. Why?
I think it's rooted in tribalism and also how people just accepted the situation how it is. I was shocked and introduced to how comfortable we are with injustices when I was exposing Mandera a couple of years ago. I was being attacked because apparently I don't live in Mandera. And I'm being paid to expose the county, It shocked me, honestly. Well, I'm exposing how, bursaries are being misused and how people who rightfully deserve it don't get it. You don't see that issue. You're just angry because I'm exposing and embarrassing the county. I was shocked. That was my first time coming to the reality of how
I was following up your that fight.
We're not even angry.
We were cheering you up.
Sorry?
We were cheering you up.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Thank you. Yeah, I got so many support, but still there's a section of us that are still disillusioned. It all goes down to tribalism, to clanism, everything in Northeastern with our people is shaped with tribe. How we elect our leader, how we move, how we shape our history. And we are going to regret this so much. It is up to us, the youths in Mandera County, in Wajir County, in County, in Isiolo, in Marsabit, to end this. You know, we are not even angry, leave alone being angry.
How do you end that when they're abusing you?
Yes.
You talk about something that affects them, and the first person to negatively comment or to attack you is a youth.
Yes.
Who lives there?
Yes.
You don't live in Mandera.
They
And
don't
the
even
people who
live
are fighting you.
Yes, it's because they're benefiting from it. Every person that attacks me is either from that tribe, from their tribe, or he's in the system. So that is what I've come to realize.
Yeah.
You know, you're somewhere suffering. You don't even know where your next meal is coming from. But you're attacking someone that is highlighting such injustices. It's crazy. I don't understand how tribe is so ingrained in us for so many years, for decades. And I swear we're going to pay. We are already paying for this. Every time you talk about things that go on in Northeastern, they start saying they are marginalized. You know, we are marginalized. We suffer from historical marginalization, which is a lie. It's enough. That is a lame excuse. It needs to die down, you know, because after the 2010 Constitution, we have no right whatsoever to claim that we are marginalized. Our leaders have billions at their disposal. Why? What are you doing with that? The billions that you've been receiving for over 13 years? Drought, you know. Unfortunately, our people are dying from lack of water, lack of food. Livestock are all gone. You know, what they are currently focused on is Gachagua. They do not care about what matters. We do not have our eyes on what matters. What matters is our people are dying of hunger and starvation. Thousands of us are at the brink of starvation. Why do we not see that? Why do we not see that our community is undereducated, underfunded? You know, we're not our leaders are underfunding us because the money is lost in corruption. We have billions at our disposal. How can we be dying from hunger each and every year?
Yeah.
How can we be claiming we are marginalized each and every year? Why do we need to fundraise each and every year? It's a recurring reality. Drought is a recurring reality. How can you not have figured out for all those years how you can stop, you know, such calamities from, of course you can't stop natural disasters, you know, but how do you ensure that your people don't die from lack of water, lack of food? How can you how can you be seated comfortably in your mansion in Nairobi, in the leafy suburbs, fighting Gachagua? Press conference, there's no press conference addressing the drought issue going on. But yes, Gachagua is attacking us.
Attacking us.
God. Yes.
The Somali community.
They are attacking the Somali community. What are we going to do about it? Oh, there was even the elders. I haven't seen elders doing press conference for such a long time. But they came out in solidarity, mashallah. You know, you can die from, our people can die from hunger, but let's address Gachagua first, you know. Let's address this tribal issue that is going on, which is crazy. That is why I keep saying all our issues, you know, stem from tribalism, and it is disgusting. It is. I find people who associate anything with tribe to be bottom of the barrel people. You are disgusting, especially if you're a young person. If you are a young person, from any young Somali person, you cannot be out here being tribal, honestly. You know?
This era and age.
Yes, in this era, you are educated. How do you go to universities, even abroad, to come here and still be tribal. You know,
Same
we
as
can
Sisi
excuse
Kama.
our parents. You know, our parents can be excused.
Yes.
They did not have that exposure, that privilege of going around, you know, of getting education. But you did. It's very embarrassing and pathetic to find any young Somali being tribal at the cost of our people's lives. You know, I'm out of words. I don't know what to say anymore. We cannot continue living like this. But I am happy. On the bright side, by the way, I'm very happy, by the way, because youths are coming out to expose whatever is going on in Northeastern. I even saw a principal coming out to amplify the state of the school. I was happy. You know, this is something that has never been seen before. We have youths in health hospitals exposing how they are understaffed and the lack of medicine in hospitals. I was impressed. And our beautiful mothers. I saw a video of them calling out leaders who, Northeastern leaders who are living largely in Nairobi and leaving them to starve there. Our mothers have even joined the fight. So this is very hopeful. This is opening up a new era, a new history for us, and it is up to us, you know, the Somali youths, honestly, all the youths, I would say, it is up to us to dismantle whatever it is that has been going on historical, the historic negligence on our people based on tribe. It is up to us to dismantle this completely. Get rid of these wazes. I'm so sorry for lack of better words, but we need to take our power back from them. You need to take our power back from the negotiated democracy that we have. This is about our future. The future of the next generation cannot be decided with a few old men. No. Until we dismantle that program, that structure, we're not going to go anywhere. So I'm urging all the youths, which it's happening, wallahi. It's been happening for a year now. I get so happy when I see youths from Northeastern coming out to, you know, amplify such injustices, you know, talking bravely and loudly, you know, not being binded by tribe, not being blinded by tribe. It's amazing. It's a breath of fresh air for me. I love it. I love where we're going. So I would say we're still hopeful.
Yeah.
And
but we have a long way to go.
We change the history. Let us shape our own stories and history. Let us do it. I'm happy.
I think personally, I speak for myself, but I lost hope regarding the youth. I used to advocate for youth leadership. After seeing all the MCAs who are just young boys and girls from our background, who just, they're elected based on the tribe, they go to the assembly, that's the end of them. They wait for 5 years, then come back again, or they're not passing bills, they're not impeaching governors, they're not doing the oversight, their role, the presentation. Actually, nowadays you don't even know the MCAs. You can casually meet them and you don't even know if it's an MCA, because you can never see them talk or advocate for good leadership. And there's one MCA I met sometimes back, he said, once you talk about the governor and his leadership, or you try to maybe table a bill of maybe impeachment. Now, the governors was there, his tribe, will come to the MCA's tribe. It's like, talk to your son. And then the MCA's father or the family will sit down with the other family, and then your call is like, please leave this family alone. Now it's became family. It's no longer the governor himself. It became the governor, because the governor is there because of a certain community. Yes. So once you talk ill about the leadership, you have touched the community. Yes. And imagine you just talked about one funny-looking guy who is doing just bullshit. You say, hey, this guy is doing something, and then it's like, oh, you have touched Red Heblo. Yeah, I have no beef with Red Heblo. I have a beef with this guy. So the MCA said, like, you cannot do anything, because you talk about the poor governance or leadership. Next day, حافظة محكوي ماني like several people like was there like okay sisi kama jamii ya nini tunakosewa. Like how? So youth leadership, I think I lost hope long time ago. Long time ago. Few days ago, I said in my previous podcast, I was in Garissa somewhere sitting, and then behind me, no, in front of me, there was some around 6-7 wazis, all of them with white beard, and they are talking about nothing else. They are determining who is going to be the next governor, next MPs, and then they discuss, we are going to say this, we are going to, and the boys and the girls are all graduates with degrees, and they're sitting somewhere jobless. And then I'm an old man who doesn't know the value of a 2 billion lost or 3 billion lost. He cannot take a calculator and say 2 billion, what can 2 billion do? And the boys that have a degree from the prestigious University of Nairobi, they are jobless. And unfortunately, they are 65, 70, 80 years old. Now they want to say who. And I'm very sad to say, like 2 years, almost 2 years before the next generation, we have endorsements from wazes giving out placards like saying, Sisi kama rare khansah, rare damer, rare whatever, bullshit. We have endorsed so and so. 2 years before. There's someone already in leadership. Are you what do you call holding him accountable? We have like 2 financial years to come. Like there's a guy who is already managing your resources. Why are you thinking about 2 years who's to be and not ask this guy who is now sitting, what are you doing? Unafanya kazi gani right now? So youth leadership, I think personally, I lost hope.
The youth,
and when I tweet about exam cheating and stuff like that, normally. Those people who attack me like the same, you say, are youth themselves. Like, oh, you're clout chasing. It's like you said, I was angry about exam cheating. Nowadays, we're even cheating KEPSEA. That's grade 6. Now it's not even Form 4. We are cheating at KEPSEA, and I have enough evidence and testimonials from even parents and even students who are saying, we just sit in the class. When the teacher comes, he tells you, number 1A, number 2B, number 2C, number 3C. They are cheating KEPSEA right now. We are going to cheat ECD, nursery. So I lost the youth that you're talking about. I lost hope. Now, maybe if I want to become an activist, lazima nikuwe nimekasirika. Something bothers me. Like, what are some of the challenges you guys? Because I know for a fact men face some challenges, but women,
it's worse.
It's worse. So what are some of the challenges you faced? I know there are a lot as activists.
It's endless. The list is endless. But mostly, I face a lot of challenges, and especially like you mentioned, the one you mentioned, you're always being attacked because they think someone is paying you to attack them. For them, it's not a call for accountability; it's a personal attack. You know, they don't want to be accountable, responsible, so they will just project and say, you're being attacked because you've been sent by my enemy. And that challenge actually began with when I was exposing Mandela online. We had the Free Mandela campaign. They harassed me a lot until they even called my dad. Of course, they tried to silence you at first.
Through parents, family.
Yes. So the first thing they do is call your parent. And they tried to negotiate with my dad, saying one of the aspirants, you know, okay, let's not be specific. Can I be specific?
Go ahead. This is a free nini.
Okay, it's the Banisa seat.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me say, so when you try to highlight something, they would go for your family. They would try and negotiate with them, harass them with calls. In the name of tribe or community. So that is one of the challenges. But the biggest one for me, as a Muslim woman, a Cushitic woman, and a woman, is I face a lot of misogyny. They tell me to be humble, don't act in a certain manner. You know, women should not be talking about politics. You should not be doing this and that. I've been attacked a lot. My character, my background, everything that I am, they have tried to attack me in any form.
From all angles.
You know? So I don't know, they even came up with some weird rumors trying to degrade me as a Muslim woman.
Yeah.
They have AI photos, you know, degrading photos of me. So you will face a lot of challenge in this space, in this field. At some point I even went to like give up and just run away, but it's not an option for me. Once you taste what real change feels like, once you taste what it feels like to change your community, inspire people, you will never look back. I move on, and I'm still strong, and my head will always be held high because of the people that look up to me, of what I can do with my influence and this space that I'm in. So despite all the challenges, and I know everyone who is trying to advocate for one thing or another is facing such challenges. So I will encourage you to bank on social media, you know, leverage on social media platforms. That is your protection. The social media visibility is what is working now. And for a country that cares so much about PR, especially our people, so leverage on that. It's your protection. Everyone is not going to love you. You're not going to be praised and loved by anyone. And anyone who seeks real change is not going to be loved by all. But majority will support you and love you. The love has been immense, you know, especially for my community too. So it's good to also highlight that. The love is there a lot. The hate is just too loud. Sometimes the love gets lost in it.
Yeah.
So just start. Anything that is, you know, making you angry, take that anger, turn it into real change, despite all the challenges that will come.
Safety is something most people worry about. Victimization.
Yes.
And I believe some people lost their lives because of exposing few things, and then they lost their life. And most of the people I know right now who would love to expose what's happening, they don't even fear for victimization from for other things, like maybe calling wazes, being tribal now, because you talked about certain person, it became tribal, but for their safety of their life. I believe this is a risky.
Yes.
To become an active citizen, talk about issues affecting the people. It's risky. How can someone be safe at the same time be an active citizen? Because me now Gopa.
Yeah. It's a risk, by the way. It's a risk each and every one of us takes. We're not all the same. There are some people who actually advocate through other means. Maybe they're not loud, but they support, either they motivate you financially. Everyone does what they can in their own space. Some of us are brave enough to come out and loudly call out these people. Others are not. So if you don't feel safe enough to do this, there are other ways you can, you know, always support change, advocate for change. And it's been going on for some time now. I've realized that since 2024, the Gen Z protest, everyone does everything from wherever they are, you know. Others create apps, others support, you know, in other ways, even food, even drinks, anything that helps. So we are not all the same. We cannot all be fearless and brave. Yeah. And it's a risk we take, especially for me. I do this knowing very well I can die anytime. But I am very targeted, and I've come to accept the fact that that is one of the biggest risks now. I can be tortured, I can be abducted, but I still do it because we cannot be silent. What Malcolm was saying, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter.
Okay. So I think you touched on the safety, so it's a risk. It's
a risk. You just have to watch your environment. Just always take extra caution in whatever it is that you do. Yeah. You always have to take these precautions. You just have to look out for yourself and those who are close to you. I don't even fear for my life or myself. I fear for the people close to me.
Yeah.
You know, that is my biggest fear. But Alhamdulillah, I just ask for Allah's grace and mercy and protection. And I think Allah has protected me so much.
So far.
Yes.
May Allah also protect you more.
Yeah.
Sometimes back, I had a dinner. I did a dinner for journalists in one of the counties. And my aim was, like, please, amplify the social issues. There's someone maybe doesn't have a school fees, there's an orphan there, there's also lack of water somewhere, there is a lot of things happening within your counties. Stop following the politicians wherever they go for the event. There's a lot of untold stories. Please, every week try to do one story. Hapa kuna maji, say it. The hospital doesn't have even Panadol, say it. And I think it's somewhere, I don't know about the new breed of journalists. The previous one used to highlight a lot of things. They were part of the social change. I was squeezy. Sorry to say this, they're all my friends. They have really helped me in my journey. But I expected them to do more in terms of community awareness, doing a lot of campaigns, and also highlighting what's happened. Right now we have drought. I expected them to be in the most interior places, doing a reporting like hapa kuna maji. What is the role of journalists? Or do you think they're doing enough, especially from northern part of Kenya?
I think we need to do better when it comes to highlighting our issues in Northeastern. I've honestly, anything that happens there, I get it from the national news.
Yeah.
I don't even know the journalists that we have there. I honestly don't know. Except, maybe, let's say, Kulan Post. I think they're one of the few people I know from Northeastern that cover that particular area.
Yeah.
So anyone, I don't know, anyone that defends whatever it is that is going on there or doesn't want to highlight it is directly benefiting from it. I say that without any fear of contradiction. We have a role. Every one of us has a role, and especially journalists. Journalists they must say everything as it is. The journalists in Northeastern, especially the few that I know, are not doing anything, let alone doing enough. They are absolutely doing zero work.
Just political reporting.
If there was proper coverage of what is going on there, we get to see it from ordinary citizens who post it using their phones. And that is the beauty of this era.
Yeah,
you don't need journalists. You don't.
Citizen journalism.
You don't, yes, citizen journalism.
Yeah.
And that is what has been happening for years now. So every one of us can do it. We don't have to rely on these biased journalists and biased coverage. We don't know who is benefiting from who. We don't know who is benefiting from what. So we have a duty ourselves. We can cover whatever it is that is happening. We can share. And I get all my news from ordinary citizens in those counties that DM me. I get to see the real situation there. I've never known any journalist who's been reporting or covering whatever is going on in Northeastern. We don't even get much national coverage. We only see it in international news mostly. I saw Al Jazeera, talking about what has been happening in Turkana. We don't even get enough coverage there.
And we have journalists on the ground.
Our lives our lives become, the lives of our people, our community become so disposable that we no longer care. We do not care. There is no enough anger or rage. You are at your comfort, privileged home in Nairobi, in the leafy suburbs. How dare you defend these people when the real victims are in Northeastern dying of hunger? How dare you, how dare you from your home, your privilege, your luxury, defend such a thing? So we need to do better. We need to be angry. I don't know, but
people are not angry enough.
Stop worshipping your tribe. When this era, and you, an educated Somali youth, why are you tribal as an educated person? You have no excuse whatsoever to be tribal, or else you would have lived such a vain life. Please don't live such a vain life. You have to see what matters here. What matters here is people's lives, dignity. You know, we cannot let that go. So we have a duty. You should have the fear of Allah. By the way, I'm driven by the fear of Allah. Anything I do, it's to appease Him and not mere mortals. I want everything good I do, I want it to be most a secret between me and Allah. So you cannot go around claiming to be religious, fundraising millions for madrasas when people are starving. You know, I don't get that, by the way. So you think Allah is angry at the people in Northeastern, so He's serving them with drought. That's why you're building millions, not to ease their situation, but to build madrasas and mosques. We have enough mosques, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Build schools. You should build hospitals.
Even upgrade the dupsis.
We have enough mosques.
Yeah.
You know, our religion does not teach us to build mosques and schools, to build madrasas and mosques at the expense of people's lives.
And not having water.
And water. You're not drilling boreholes for people who are starving, but you're fundraising millions to build a madrasa.
Even yesterday there was a fundraising.
Yeah, there was a fundraising. You fundraise.
At this time of the drought season, how?
Every time drought comes up, there's a fundraising for madrasas and mosques. I'm glad it is getting called out. I'm so happy that our people, by the way, are calling it out. You would not even call it out some years back. They would say you're opposing the religion.
The religion.
You know? Well, God hates you, Allah hates you, because you are starving people intentionally and trying to make that up by building a mosque or madrasa. Allah is not telling you to build a mosque and madrasa over the graves of people who are starving. You know, you are a hypocrite. You are hypocritical. And that is not our religion. They need to stop mocking our religion. You know, it does not put a masjid or a madrasa over someone's life. You know,
who's going to pray if people die? Who's going to pray there?
Yeah, well, you're killing the people who are supposed to pray in that mosque. People, you know, who are supposed to go to madrasa. You do not have a school. Kids are studying under a tree. And Islam encourages education. Iqra, read, get educated. But no, you don't want to admit your incompetence. You do not want to take responsibility. So you turn this into a religious thing.
Actually, we have a bad habit of not talking about the real issues. A lot of things we put under the carpet. The same topic I talked about in my podcast. I said where I live in Garissa, we have 5 masjids. All of them you can see, you can even count. And all of them have 2 lines, 3 lines. And one masjid, the price, maybe the amount used for one masjid can build maybe 1 borehole, 2 boreholes. So I even called. I was like, please. Now let's focus on, let's do visibility study. Does this area needs a masjid? Which is the nearest one? But having 3, 4 masjids, 5 masjids, and a lot of people were coming to my comment on that video, and it got a lot of, it trended. Were saying it's true. Where I live, we have 4 masjids, 3 masjids. All of them, some of them even they're separated by a road. Like one is on this side, on this side. Now let's come back to another issue that I really felt there is also neglect from the professionals. Someone comes from Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Cielo, comes to university, gets a job Nairobi here, never contributes, never goes back, never mentors the young ones, never talk about. And during the election, he goes, votes in a very remote village, comes back to Nairobi. The role of professions. I think it's something that he's really wanting. Yes,
and I think we're failing at that.
Yeah.
You know, Northeastern elects anyone from a certain tribe that greases the hands of the elders. Someone especially that comes from abroad. I studied, I got a master or a degree from abroad. And I'm a young Somali person or a middle-aged Somali person. I can come without knowing anything about Northeastern and get elected as a governor, get elected as a senator.
Just as long as I have money?
As an MCA.
And I have old men.
Just grease the hands of the elders. And you're shaping history of thousands and millions of people. That is how it works, by the way. And anyone who wants to come vie from either governor or a senator or anything in Northeastern, you don't have to be anything. You don't even have to know how politics works. Yes, as long as you have money. And this leaves us with the question, are people, young people especially, with goodwill that want to actually change the situation in Northeastern, ever going to get a chance, a real chance? You know, are we ever going to get that chance? We have people, we have good people that should be in such positions, but wallahi, it's not possible at all. You have to have millions of money. As actually, all the governors we've had and senators and anything, they are all business people that came into politics. They're all business people. So just have money and you're good to go. You know, you can be from Kayole in Nairobi and you're elected a governor in Isiolo. As simple as that, which is disgusting. You know, we don't even know how things work. You just want to build your empire for you and your generation. And at this point, honestly, I'm not even angry at these politicians. I'm angry at people who continue being used. Politicians are doing what they usually do. You know, it is up to us, up to the ordinary citizens in Northeastern to stand up to them. When are you when is enough? When is it going to be enough? When are you going to be so enraged and stop accepting such stupidity? Are you not dying enough from hunger, from lack of water? You've had that. Are your children not educated enough for you not to be angry? Are your children not starving? Your children are literally not exposed to this world. Their children are abroad. But I feel so angry at how we let them do this, continue doing this. I'm not angry. I'm genuinely not even angry at the politicians anymore. I am angry at how we let them.
Can we say, it's normally, there's a saying that says, leaders are a reflection of the society. If the society is crook, obviously, yes. So can we say, as a society, we're also not good people? Of course. That's why we are given this kind of leadership.
They are a reflection of us. Yes. They are a reflection of us. And I'm so sorry to say this, but our people like buying their way out of things. It works for you, but what about the rest that can't afford to buy their way out of things, their way out of injustice? I am, let's say, for example, hypothetically, I am a young Somali woman, man. I'm educated, I have a nice job, and I can buy my way out of anything. I don't even for a second think about those underprivileged people. I don't use my influence, my space, my anything at all to advocate for such changes.
So we're selfish.
You know, you don't.
It's like me.
Yeah.
If I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
So I don't care about you. I'm doing well enough to be living in Nairobi. I don't care about you who is starving. I care about Gachagua attacking my tribe. I care about Gachagua attacking Somalis. I don't care about you who is starving in Garissa, Mandera, or Wajir. I don't care about you. I'm privileged enough. That is why I have the luxury. Northeastern people don't have the luxury to fight Gachagua now. They're facing death. That is why I was so happy when they came out protesting. I don't know, I just love this new wave of hope. I am so happy with what is happening in Northeastern. I'm so happy, and I encourage people to continue speaking out. And I love how we've discovered the power of social media, how we've found our voices. Let us not lose that. Let us not lose the sight of what matters. Let us stop getting, so blinded by tribe Why are you worshipping your tribe so much?
What has your tribe done for you?
Mwacha mila ni mtumwa, but this is beyond mila. This has
Say
gone
if your house is locked, will your tribe come to your aid? Nope.
Where is your tribe influencing governance, leadership? Tribe is not supposed to influence governance and leadership. It needs to end. We need to talk of results, talk of what happens. You know, northeastern leaders, all of the governors are always serving 2 terms. None of them actually, very few actually have served 1 term. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
And we know he's competent in the first previous term, maybe bringing him back.
Yeah, and as professionals, as young, successful Somali youths need to do better. You need to do better. Lawyers are out there representing such corrupt politicians, you know. Journalists are not covering these issues enough. We are not doing enough as well. I say this, wallahi, with my influence, my space, I will do anything it takes for me to fight for the voiceless people of northern Kenya. We all need to do that.
I think for those who are, a lot of people, like I said, they are afraid of victimization.
Yeah.
Maybe one piece of advice.
You
who are fearing victimization. Like, yes. I wanted to post this school, but because the MP can send goons,
yes,
or my father or my whatever, my clan, it becomes now clan issue.
Yes.
What I can say is you can choose a proxy account, like choose a name, open account just for to expose. There's a lot of faceless accounts that are doing a lot of activism that we know. So what I will advise them is use a proxy account. Don't use your face. Don't use your image, your name. You can choose John Doe if you want.
Yes.
But please, anything you see that is not right, speak about it.
And your silence is not going to save you.
Your silence actually will bring in more problems.
You can never outrun bad governance.
Yes.
It will find you. And if you are scared, you know, to talk about something, like you said, you can use a pseudo account.
Yes.
Or like for me, by the way, I get so many videos and highlights from anonymous people, Somali people trying to highlight the issue in Northeastern. And that works. You've done well. You've done marvelous. You've seen something bad, and you've taken a video of it and want to highlight it.
Send it to activists.
Yeah, you send it to anyone people that has a platform, or post it yourself. You know, and even tag. Like there's a video of a young guy whose brother was unfortunately killed by goons. They were trying to steal from their shop. He posted it online. He doesn't have so many followers, and it got the attention that it deserves. I hope he gets the justice that he deserves. So you just take that passion. You don't need followers, millions and thousands of followers to get noticed.
Just
and I repeat, you're not too young, too unknown to make change. So just start where you are. It takes one person to change things.
Just start.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're afraid, personally, I can create a platform whereby you post anonymous. It can be an app or a web-based, whereby no one knows who posted it, but you just give a description like this is a school, this is a hospital, this is where we don't have water, this is a whatever, and then you give a description, and no one will ever know who posted it. Maybe something we can explore together, because you'll not be fearing of victimization, because no one knows who posted it. As long as you give us a description and it's genuine, because a lot of people might use those information wrongly. Yes. So I think we have covered most of the thing. Now, youth, they are not angry. Wazes are having the best time of their lives by endorsement and moving around with the gray beards and endorsing who is who and calling the shots. And the youth are just quiet,
shaping your life.
Silent.
Yeah.
They're shaping your life. The professions are in Nairobi. They don't care.
Enjoying life.
The MCAs, once he speaks, it becomes you have touched this community. So I think everything now is going around tribalism.
Yes. It is the
one piece of advice: how can you, me, Farhan, and everyone else shun away from this tribalism? Like, how can I go to Mandera, vote there? You can come to Garissa, vote here, and choose leaders based on their integrity. But as we speak, sometimes back I call some young guys from one of the counties. I said, let's talk about negotiated democracy in my podcast. Everyone was like, on camera, not happening. It's like, I will be called. Some of them want to report certain corruption to the relevant authorities. But unfortunately, the relevant authorities themselves will snitch on this guy. They can call the governor or the MPs like, hey, so-and-so came to report you. And then now you get a threat from the governor or the MPs like, hey, you're reporting me. Utaniona. So I think there's a lot of victimization happening. And besides, lack of information. How many youths now wanajua how much was taken to Mandera, how much was taken to Wajir, how much the last year, what was budgeted for, how much was spent, on which area was spent. We don't have that information. Tunasikia tu 9 billion imepewa Wajir.
It's normal for them.
But we have the information.
So yeah, we need a lot of civic engagement, like real civic engagement, not the ones that you just come, gather people around and say, don't do this, don't do. We need real civic education for people to understand what is actually happening, what is at risk, and what we might lose for generations to come. You know. So, and the issue of tribalism, it's a Kenyan thing, by the way. It's something we struggle with nationally. Like I said before, the Kenyan politics is devoid of alignment. We don't have anything solid that unifies us. That is why everyone at the end of the day runs back to their tribe. But in northeastern now, it is worse. It's really worse in the northern part of Kenya. And I'm not going to lie and say we can end tribalism very soon. It will take a lot of efforts. So we build these small steps, you know. That is why, as an educated person, I keep encouraging and saying this. You have no excuse to be tribal. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're tribal and educated. So we need to do better. It needs a collective effort to actually take back our power as youths, you know, and say no to this negotiated democracy. It needs all of us in it, the professionals, you know, the business people, everyone here. We are doing so well for ourselves, you know, forgetting what really matters. So it takes one step at a time, one step at a time. And I'm waiting for that day when people are going to say enough is enough of our people starving, our children not getting good education, and politicians' children are studying abroad. I'm waiting for that day. So
Inshallah, it will come.
Takes collective efforts to really rid of tribalism in northern parts of Kenya.
Finally, maybe on the camera, I want you to speak to the youth, the northern counties, Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Marsabit, Isiolo, on how they can be angry, how they can be active citizens. Activists, you said the right word is active citizens, who are aware of what's happening around them, who are holding leaders into accountable, who are part of the process of vetting who we are electing. It's like 3 or 4 old men sit down. It's like, actually, where we come from, we even have the negotiated democracy whereby, oh, this tribe, this sub-clan served the previous term. Now you go away. Now this, and every sub, whatever, comes with the most useless, because it just has a few coins, and you say you can grease the hands of a few individuals who are there. How can a decision affecting millions being, decided by 4 people, 5 people? And then you say, sisi kama jamii ya XYZ, jamii ya punda, jamii ya kondos, we have endorsed so and so. What criteria have you used to endorse this person from MCA? So please talk to them on how they can become active citizens, how they can highlight whatever is happening within their places, and how they can be part of good governance, and also how they can stop this bullshit of tribalism.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 1 minute.
Okay. I would like to address the youths of northern Kenya. We are very privileged, by the way, that we got an education. Our parents sacrificed a lot for us to get an education, you know, to explore and get the exposure that we needed. So we have a duty that we must perform. We have to use our privileges the right way. Our mothers, our fathers, our children, our grandfathers are starving back at home. What are you, as a Somali youth, as a Cushitic youth, as someone from northern Kenya, doing about this? What are you doing with your education? How are you creating impact and that change? As youths, especially from northern Kenya, most of us have had that privilege, you know, to get education, to get exposure in all parts of the country and of the world. So we have a duty to use that privilege, to use that space that you're in, to change, to create real change. Our parents can be excused for one reason or another, you know, for not knowing better about tribalism, for being used by these politicians over and over again. But you have no excuse, wallahi. You as a young, educated person have no excuse to be tribal. You have no excuse to be sitting around in Nairobi, enjoying your luxury and privilege and making decisions that affect the people of northern Kenya. So I would encourage you to be an active citizen. Please be politically involved in the right way to make such real changes for our people who are either starving, who are undereducated, our people who are stuck back at home. So I would encourage you to care enough. Be intentional about this. You have a duty to care about what matters. You have a duty to shape your history, to shape our history. We need to take charge. My dear brothers and sisters, we need to take charge. You know, like Mahdi said, few people who are seated in a five-star hotel cannot have the power to decide our future, cannot have the power to decide the future of millions of people. We are the only ones who can make that change. We cannot be letting them down. We cannot let history be washed away like this. We have to fight for ourselves and fight for the coming generation. Use whatever means you have to make that change. You're not too young. You're not too unknown to make change. So please, do your best. Do what you can.
Thank you so much, Hanifa, for your time and for your wisdom, and for the fight as a lady, as a Somali lady, as a young lady. You have taken a journey where even men are afraid to take for fearing for their life. But you have been in forefront, debating leaders and talking about the real issues. So as we conclude this conversation, I think one thing is very clear. For real change to happen, it starts with one individual speaking up and telling the truth. One individual to just speak up and just be angry. That's the real word.
And care enough.
And say, this is enough. And everyone has the civic duty to speak. If you are in Wajir, if you are in a certain borough in Wajir, if you see something, sometimes back I remember when we go to UK in the trains, they say it, see it, say it. Whenever you see something, you have to say it in the trains, maybe a lot of pickpockets or something. So what we can say, if you see it, please say it. If you're afraid of being victimization, there's other ways you can expose those leaders. These people are doing this because they are not getting exposed. Like the 55 million whatever seedlings, who knew? Who knew those kind of numbers? Lack of priority. Wajir has their own priority. Garissa, Mandera, same priority. I come from Garissa. Lack of water. Tana River is passing there. I talk about it all the time. Electricity, don't even mention that. Now it's Ramadan is coming up. People cannot even drink water at this era and age. So there's a lot of things we need to do. As a youth, please wake up, be angry. Thank you so much.
Thank
Assalamu
you.
alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam.